welcome back to Hunt the Collector with me, Jace, and yeah, another video and another list video. Yeah, I was watching another YouTube channel and they were basically doing a list on, well, it was actually on favorite character statues. I'm doing mine on Lord of the Rings because they were doing pieces they've never owned, and I personally don't want to discuss or say this is my favorite on a piece I've never owned or I've never seen in the flesh. I think to have a proper educated and experienced view on a piece, you need to have owned it or at least been in the room with it. So I realised I've had enough pieces to do a decent list and do an honourable mentions and actually leave pieces out altogether. I've got enough of Lord of the Rings to do that in just 2 years. Wow. So some of these pieces I no longer own. I've sold them, but they still made the list, and some made the honourable mentions list as well. And I think there's some interesting pieces in there. There might even be some pieces you've forgotten. There might be some pieces you've forgotten. I'll have to watch the list and see. So yeah, so these are my top 10 favourite Lord of the Ring statues I've owned. Some I don't own anymore. Some I still own. And there's a few honorary mentions thrown in as well. So you'll have to let me know what yours are in the comments. Let me know what you think of my 10. Do you think I got them the wrong way around or I missed some out? Blah, 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 blah. Anyway, I'm not going to waffle on because I'm literally right in the middle of my night shifts and I'm really tired, which is why I might seem a little bit out of it. It's because I am. I've just come back from the gym and I really need to go grab a couple hours kit before I go back to work tonight. So without further ado, let's crack on with the list and I'll see you at the end. Okay, top 10 statues. Okay, kicking off at number 10, we have the Weta Workshop 1/6 scale Bilbo in Bag End, and I think the clear testament to the beauty of this piece is simply the fact that I had it at all. It's not a villain, it's not dark and sinister, and yet I absolutely adored it. And as with a lot of the pieces that I've let go, I'm very pleased this went to not only a subscriber but somebody I also know, which is Alan, who I actually bought some of the Weta busts off. But yes, in at 10th place, the beautifully detailed Weta Workshop Bilbo in Bag End. Okay, number 9, we have my latest addition to my collection, the Prime 1 Studios 1/4 scale Witch King of Angmar. Yeah, this ranks down so low. I mean, it's superb. I love the Witch King. It's my favourite sort of piece and character from the film. But what lets this down is the base. Again, guys, please go and see the unboxings and reviews for more in-depth detail on any of these pieces. But unfortunately, due to that base, this one drops down into number 9. In at number 8, another Prime 1 piece, and I think this was the very first piece that I had in the Lord of the Rings line. I think I had this before Sauron, actually. The Balrog, Gandalf v Balrog piece, a hugely popular piece. And I only put this as low as 8 because of the blandness of the paintwork, really. And yeah, I can't really say anything more than that about it. I mean, I am looking at getting this custom painted, but there's a lot going on at the moment and things have to be prioritised. But for now, I'm afraid, I know this is a huge favourite of a lot of people, but for me, it goes in at number 8. Prime 1 Studios, Gandalf versus Balrog. Still very, very beautiful piece, very striking piece. And sticking with Balrogs, we have the Queen Studio Cinta Edition bust. I love this piece. I absolutely love it. Of course, it does come in another scale, the Polder, which is well, it's about the size of my fireplace to give it a scale. But I love my Cinta one. I think it was a good price. The only piece I've ever had arrive by ship, by the way. It took over 3 months to get here, but yeah, that doesn't detract from the fact that this is a staggering piece, and my only Queen Studios piece, but still beautiful. Balrog bust by Queen Studios. I love it. Okay, in at number 6 are we now? The Frodo and Gollum piece from Primal Studios, quarter scale. I mean, I think this is the best likeness we've ever seen of Elijah Wood in statue form, and the Gollum as well for me. As I said in my review video, the best Gollum I've ever seen done in statue form as well. I love the fact that it's the Shelob base. I mean, the detail there you can see. Please go and see the unboxings and reviews for way more. But I mean, the sting is metal, the ring round his neck. This is just a staggering piece. And like I say, the Gollum himself is just done so exquisitely well. Yeah, for me, just a fantastic piece, and an example of how Prime 1 can do a good job on bases when they try. They do let themselves down when they don't. You see, if they'd made this effort with the Witch King, he'd have been way higher in these rankings. But anyway, here we go. Weta Workshop here, and the 1/6 scale Dead Marshes. I mean, well, look at it. This is just such a staggering piece. I no longer own this. I sold this solely of the fact that it was so delicate, so difficult to clean. I knew, and I'm so clumsy with statues, as some of you will know. I knew it was only a matter of time before I ended up breaking this, and I don't really put my statues in cases either. I'm a bit lazy like that. But yeah, again, this is another piece that I sold, and thankfully it went to a subscriber, so I know it's gone to a great home. But the detail in this speaks for itself. The LEDs on it make it just look extraordinary at night. But I was blown away when they revealed this. I know a lot of people didn't like this. They wanted a much more subtle one, but for me, it was great to see Weta Workshop really pushing the envelope with this and showing what can be achievable with statues. Yeah, a reluctant sale, a very reluctant sale, but it's gone to a good home. And anyway, yes, we have to move on. The Weta Workshop 1/6 scale Dead Marshes diorama. Beautiful, staggering, incredible, breathtaking, but no longer. Oh my god, look at that bloody face. Yeah, the Infinity Studios 1/1 scale Nazgul, ranking quite high despite the fact it has an atrocious base. But it's the presence, guys. It's the fact it's 1/1 scale. I mean, look at that awful base. But the watchtower is done very well. Unfortunately, it can't be seen very well. But this merely gets this high rank, guys, simply with the fact of the presence and the reaction it always gets when people come here and see it. I just couldn't put it any lower, and Infinity Studios do look to be getting better and better along the way. Really looking forward to the next 1/1 scale, which hopefully should be getting very soon. Well, here we are, Prime 1 Studios, quarter scale Sauron. I mean, this statue, just look at the detail. It is just superb. I personally believe this is the best Sauron statue you can get. I mean, the price on it, especially when you look at the prices of statues now, they are doing a third scale one, which we'll probably see on the Next Level Showcase 12, is it, which is coming out next weekend. Or it'll be this coming weekend. There it is in my hand just ahead, so you can get an idea of how the size of this. I mean, quarter scale, but it's huge. That was the extra that came with a 1/1 scale finger, and just there's some of the bits how it dismantled as I took it out of the box. Just, I mean, I've had this now for so long since it was released, and I still absolutely adore it. It still takes my breath away. It's Sauron. And it's just brilliant. It's just a brilliant piece. Weapons of metal as well. And I mean, the detail. I mean, some people didn't like the base. I thought the base was absolutely fantastic. The detail on the skulls. And I mean, here, look at the armor. That's the giant one ring that came with it that actually goes on the Sauron finger. I mean, here you can see the detail on the skulls on that base. Yeah, for me, it had to rank near the very top. And say, number 3, Prime 1 Studios, quarter scale Sauron. Just stunning, staggering, and I love it. Well, this one appeared in my previous list as one of my favourite statues I own, and so it had to come in at number 2. I mean, I think it was just under £700 to buy this. The quarter scale Uruk-hai from Prime 1 Studios. I mean, just look at it. It's just such a staggering piece. This to me just encapsulates the rage. I mean, look at that Rohirrim axe there. I mean, with the horse's head and the details on it. I mean, every part of this piece has been done so well. And I've just been in awe of this since the day I had it, and I still am, and this is why it ranks so high. And I know 1 or 2 people got hold of me saying that they bought this piece off my unboxing and review video, and they absolutely adore it. If you get a chance to get this, I cannot recommend it highly enough. The quarter scale Prime 1 Studios Uruk-hai Berserker, staggeringly stunning statue. And time for a few honorary mentions. Here we've got the Weta Workshop Fell Beast bust. I cannot believe I got rid of this. This is one of probably only 2 pieces I've ever sold. The other one, by the way, I'll be talking about in the next video, that I actually regret. I don't know what possessed me to sell this, but I did. I'm a bonehead, and I wish I still had it because it is just fantastic. The Weta Workshop Fell Beast bust. I got it in the sale as well. I got like loads of money off it. Brand new inbox. Loads of money off it. Still sold it. What a dick. What a dick. Sticking with Weta, here we have the only environment that appears in it, but I think it deserves to mention, which is the Weta environment, the Minas Morgul, which I think everybody universally says is the best environment they've done. This sold to my good friend Julian, so I know it's in very good hands, and whenever I see him on video, I get to see this because it's just behind him. I do miss it, but I mean, it's a staggering piece. It speaks for itself. I think all the footage here is at night with the LEDs on, but just look at it. Beautiful, but not quite good enough to make the list. And the final honorary mention is this 1/1 scale Lurtz bust. I wonder how many of you can remember that I even had this. This was a custom piece made by Jeweled Bong Hertz. Again, I sold this to a subscriber of the channel. Didn't realise until after I'd actually sold it, and he realised who I was. So it's gone to, oh my god, it's gone to a very good home. I literally at the time I sold it just because of the amount of pieces I had coming in and for space. But there it is. I mean, it speaks for itself. Look at that. 1/1 scale Lurtz custom bust. No longer here. Final honorary mention. Right, number 1. And here we are at number 1, the incredible Weta Workshop Escape Off the Road 1/6 scale. I mean, wow, it's just the best piece I've ever had, guys. The detail, the paint application, everything about this piece. Please go and see the unboxings and the reviews for more detail on it. I sold this reluctantly. Again, this went to a subscriber of the channel. It was an extremely reluctant sale, but again, it was the fact that I was getting so many pieces in, a lot of third scale, half scales, and this did get lost against those other big pieces, and I just felt it was being hugely overlooked, and I wanted it to go to a more deserved home where it'd be appreciated more, which it has done. But I mean, look at it. Just look at the incredible levels of detail on this. I think this is arguably one of Wetter's greatest creations they've ever done. And certainly, you know, whenever I think about this, I do sort of feel a pang of regret having let it go. But I did, and I stand by it. It's no longer here, and I try not to dwell on these things too long, but nothing else for me could have been. It was so easy when I had to decide what was top of the shop, and it was this all day long. The greatest Lord of the Rings piece I personally have ever owned. The 1/6 scale Wetter Workshop Escape Off the Road. Just simply beautiful, staggeringly beautiful. Sculpt, paint, everything beautiful. Okay, there we go. My 10 favourite statues I've owned in the Lord of the Rings line. And yeah, as I said in the countdown there, there's some pieces that I don't own, and I suppose that the one worth mentioning obviously is the one at number 1, which is the Escape Off the Road. And yeah, you know, you've got to move on, and your collection alters and changes just like you do. And you know, some of the pieces I don't really regret letting any of the pieces go, really. I'm quite glad that all the pieces I've let go seem to have gone to subscribers of this channel, and so I know they've gone to good homes, and you know, they'll be appreciated more than possibly they would have been appreciated if they stayed with me. And besides, with me, as it is with most of you guys, it's space, it's new pieces coming in, and you know, you don't need me to tell you, it's the nature of the beast, isn't it? But yes, certainly the Escape Off the Road one, that was a very reluctant piece to let go. Just simply exquisite piece. But hey, as I said, it just gets lost in amongst the big statues that I currently have now. But anyway, talking of big statues, as you may or may not have seen, Infinity Studios have revealed their final product image of the 1/1 scale Witch King of Angmar. So I don't know how long it will be before it actually ships, but I'm guessing probably a few weeks, maybe 4 weeks. I don't know, 4-6 weeks. I have no idea. I can't remember how long it was with the other one. So mine's all paid off. I've just got the shipping to pay on that. So, and the import. So yeah, the shipping won't be great either. So hopefully, yes, all being well, in a few weeks' time, we shall have a major big unboxing and review. I can't wait to do that. I'm having a change round in here as well, which I will incorporate into one of the videos. Whether it's probably be the review, not the unboxing, because there's too much to do on that anyway. Yeah, so we've got that to look forward to in the future, guys. Not to mention there's other pieces coming as well, albeit much smaller. But yeah, it'll be quite epic. That one, well, 152 centimeters tall, I think it is. I did the measurements yesterday because I've ordered some plinths. Just as well did the measurements as well, because it wouldn't have fit otherwise, because it's going over there. Okay, right, I'm going to shut up because, oh man, I'm tired. I need to go and have a couple hours kit before I go back to work tonight. So listen, guys, thanks a lot for watching. As always, really appreciate it. If you've enjoyed the video, really would appreciate a click on the old like button. As always, if you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing to the channel. It's free. It doesn't cost anything. Just click and subscribe. I really massively appreciate that. I will see you all very soon on another video. I've already got another video that I'm going to do. Again, more of a nostalgia one for me, that one. But I don't think I've ever done a video on it, so it'd be great to do one, and I'm going to do it. So, but I don't know when, but I'm going to do it. Yeah, so I'll see you on that one. Until then, take care of yourselves, guys, and I'll speak to you very soon. Ciao.